Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
The president has been shot! And I'm fucking upset. I'm pissed. I'm angry. Trump has been shot yesterday. And I'm fucking angry about it. In my own goddamn fucking state. The fucking people, my own fucking people betrayed me. And I'm fucking angry. Like, fuck, man. We're about to go to the fucking World War III if he survived, but we were a fucking centimeter away from fucking losing our amazing fucking country, and I'm fucking mad. I'm upset. Okay? God, I'm just glad he survived, but... Welcome back to the Salty Bro Podcast!
Yeah, No, we're keeping that in there.
Are we really keeping that in?
Hello, and welcome, everyone, back to the Salty Barrel Podcast. The long-awaited episode is finally here.
Yeah, also, I want to say I actually am a little furious about that. That was not acting. I am a bit mad. But yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that for this episode. I mean, I guess
we could have a little. I want to say
talk.
I want to say a few things. Obviously, this is a horrible, tragic event, and it doesn't matter what side you're on. I don't want to get political. Okay, we always do this. We don't like getting political, but obviously, this is quite a horrible thing. So yeah. Anyway, what's our topic?
Well, it's interesting that you brought that up for the opening, even though you interrupted me.
Look. Sometimes
Because, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, sometimes you have to let the rage monkey come out, you know? My American spirit was quite upset. You don't just, do that. But like he said, we don't want to be political about this, and it's been a while since we uploaded, so let's actually have a topic that's, more hopefully peaceful. Because I have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Well, what I was going to say is, it's interesting that you brought that up.
Yeah?
Because it's a historical moment.
Oh, right. So, that is technically true.
Do you know what we're talking about today?
I'm going to assume historical moments now?
Well, not exactly historical moments that you would hear about in school, usually.
Well...
At least not in high school.
But depending.
Let's just say we are going to get into some interesting people from history.
Okay.
We're probably going to have a part 2 to this little series.
I like what you did there, because if Trump did win, this
it.
would be a very historical part of history in that we're in. I will admit, that would be awesome. So hopefully somewhere in the future, some other generation will talk about that and be like, these guys did it first. But yeah. So who are these other historical figures? Watch it be like Hitler.
Never.
Of course.
Today we're going to be talking about two historical figures.
Okay.
Let's just say they're pretty interesting. So let's get into them.
Could you at least tell me what timeline they're from?
Well, the first one we're going to be talking about is from ancient Greece.
Okay. I also want to say, this feels less like a podcast and more like a story time, but okay.
Well, I mean, that's why half the podcasts are these days.
Yeah, I guess. It's basically reading articles and having small commentary. Like a reaction video.
It's always like Joe Rogan and some prepper dude.
Hey, Jamie, pull up that clip from earlier. Could you pull up that clip of that monkey spanking that man? It's always something like that, you know. But
Oh, by the way, Jake, if you're listening,
oh right, Jake from the
sorry for the long wait.
yeah, I was snuppying.
Mourning about Trump.
More. You don't. I was mourning before it happened.
Yeah.
I was like, I sense danger. But yeah, Jake, if you are listening to this, I personally want to apologize for my laziness. You can cry about it later or something and be, I don't know, whatever. But I'm glad to get back to work. So, all right. Can you get to the fucking topic, please?
We don't really have a lot of small talk for this.
There's small talk, but you know, like I'm trying not to make it political. Let's talk about the new Samsung. Anyway.
Okay, so anyways.
God bless America.
Shut up.
Sorry. All right, let's begin this.
Yeah, let's not make it political. So anyways, ancient Greece,
That is technically political, but okay.
where they killed you for your political beliefs.
Of course.
Um,
You have no idea what the fuck you're doing, do you?
Look, this is another Wikipedia episode.
Because
Okay, let's begin.
yeah, let us know if you want us to do tier lists. By the way,
We're not doing a tier list.
not now, but maybe another time. Anyway, for real, this time, go.
So the person from history I'm going to be talking about now is called Diogenes of Sinope.
Where have I heard that name before? Diogenes. Like, I don't know. Because it sounds... Is that Greece? I mean, you already told me it was Greece, but...
Yeah, he's from Greece.
Okay.
He's not like one of the popular philosophers. He's like a lesser known one.
Is he like Hippocrates and all that?
Sort of, I guess.
Okay.
So,
Remember, kids, if you want to learn about history, don't go to high school. Come to us. We'll teach you useless shit like they do in high school.
alright, shut up.
All right, fine. I'm waiting for you to start.
Diogenes of Sinope. Why does this sound like I'm doing a news report?
I don't know.
So Diogenes of Sinope was a Greek philosopher and one of the founders of Cynicism. He was born in Sinope,
The fuck is cynicism?
a Ionian colony on the Black Sea coast of Anatolia, in 412 or 404 BC, and died at Corinth in 323 BC.
Corinth?
We're starting out pretty well.
Okay.
Diogenes was a controversial figure. He was banished or he fled from Sinope over debasement currency.
Debasement.
He was the son of a bitch.
The son of a bitch.
He was the son of a mint master.
A what?
I don't fucking know.
A mint master?
I probably should have did more research before reading.
Yeah, I was about to say, usually the article reading podcast stuff.
Should I like click on the link to see what that means?
Mint master?
Yeah.
What is it? How's it spelled? Like actually mint?
MINT.
Huh.
Master. It's one word.
All right, fine. Well, we're gonna do a quick mint machine definition lookup. Where the fuck that means?
Master. This is so unprofessional.
Dude, it's been like a month. Oh, so the other reason why it's been like a month, I also want to explain while he's looking this stuff up. My dog ate my fucking laptop charger. So,
It's like a dog ate my homework story.
I wish it was fake. No, my dog was chewing on my laptop charger as I was looking up videos.
Why do you gotta make it sound so sexual?
It wasn't anything sexual. It was just more like just
Inside joke, by the way.
Yeah, it was just watching videos for like waiting for DoorDash and stuff. So it was like I was home one night. Then they chewed on then my dog, she chewed on it, and obviously nothing interesting. But instead of being angry, I chose the path of God and forgave her because all dogs
You chose the path of God and forgave your dog.
Yes. Is that a problem? I don't believe in violence unless violence comes towards me. So, but yeah, I forgave her. It took me a couple weeks. I bought the wrong charger. I had to reorder another one, and now we're finally here. And then I fucked up and found out I had the wrong microphone wire, so I couldn't do the podcast. And then here I am, literally a day after the incident.
Right. We're talking about a lot of incidents today.
Yes.
So do you know what a mint master is?
No, what is it?
So a mint master is wait.
Mm-hmm. I was taking a sip of my drink, but yeah.
So I clicked on the link of a mint master,
Yeah.
and it came up with mint facility. A mint is an industrial facility which manufactures coins that can be used as currency. So I guess like a mint master works there.
I guess that makes some sense. I mean, I don't freaking know.
We're the most dumbass sounding podcast.
We are. I mean, why do they call it a penny presser? Do they actually make pennies?
I'm
No.
not reading all this.
Fine. Just get back to the actual story of Diogenes or Diogenes.
Okay, so he was the son of a mint master of Sinope, however you say it. And there was some debate as to whether it was he, his father, or both who had debased the Sinopian currency after his hasty departure from Sinope.
Just say Synap.
He moved to Athens, where he proceeded to criticize many conventions of Athens of that day.
So he's a hypocrite?
Hippocrates.
Hypocrite!
Hippocrates.
History memes nobody will know.
There are many tales about him following Antithines and becoming his faithful hound.
Look,
So I want to point out,
yeah.
well, like before I actually go into the reading that explains this, I should probably explain it now.
Yeah, please do.
So one of the titles of Diogenes was Diogenes the dog.
I think I know what that is.
Let's just say he acted like a dog sometimes.
Oh, wait, it's that guy. Now I know who you're talking about.
The world's first fairy, basically.
I thought he was the world's first true homeless person.
I mean, he wasn't exactly homeless because he lived in a barrel.
Ah, a salty barrel.
See what I did there?
Yeah, fuck you. I did it first. On recording. So tell me more about this barrel man.
And becoming his faithful hound. Diogenes was captured by pirates and sold into slavery, eventually settling in Corinth.
We can't use that word anymore.
Well, they're just gonna have to deal with it.
You can't say the S word anymore.
There he passed. Is that an S word too?
You can't use that specific S word.
There he passed his philosophy of cynicism to Crates, who taught... Wait, some guy named Crates? What?
Crates in a barrel.
Kratos? I don't know.
Kratos?
looks like Crates.
Okay.
There he passed his philosophy of cynicism to Crates, who taught it to Zeno of Citium, who fashioned it into the school of Stoicism,
So I want to point out for a
one of the
guy
most enduring schools of Greek philosophy.
that you don't hear a lot about, it really does sound like the greatest one of them all.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No authenticated writings of Diogenes survive, but there are some details of his life from anecdotes, especially from Diogenes' Laertius book, Lives and Opinions of Eminent Philosophers. And some other sources, Diogenes made a virtue of poverty. He begged for a living and often slept in a large ceramic jar.
What?
Yeah. Or
Is that
Pythos in the marketplace. He used his simple lifestyle and behavior to criticize the social values and institutions of what he saw as corrupt, confused society. He had a reputation for sleeping and eating wherever he chose in a highly non-traditional fashion, and took to toughening himself against nature. He declared himself a cosmopolite.
what?
Hold on, give me a minute.
You know, there's some fucking like historian watching this and be like, these motherfuckers.
Just some ghetto-ass historian.
Yeah.
Like,
Some ghetto fucking historian.
so he declared himself a
gay.
cosmopolitan and a citizen of the world rather than claiming allegiance to just one place. He modeled himself on the example of Hercules,
Hercule, you mean?
I guess, believing that virtue was better revealed in action than in theory. He became notorious for his philosophical stunts, such as carrying a lamp during the day, claiming to be looking for a man, often rendered in English as looking for an honest man, as Diogenes viewed the people around him as dishonest and irrational. He criticized Plato, disputed his interpretation.
Plato?
Yeah, that's the name of one of the famous philosophers of the time.
Oh, I'm sure it's not like something different.
Oh no, his name is definitely Plato.
Plato. Okay, Plato.
Yeah.
What a fucking stupid
Not
name.
like the Play-Doh you play with.
I know, just like criticizes Plato.
He just fucking eats it.
What do you got against Plato, dude?
It's not tasty enough.
It doesn't have
He prefers glue instead.
doesn't have that yeah, bruh kind of flavor to it.
He likes gunpowder.
Yeah, bruh.
Criticized Plato, disputed his interpretation of Socrates, and sabotaged his lectures, sometimes distracting listeners by bringing food and eating during the discussions. Diogenes was also noted for having mocked Alexander the Great, both in public and to his face when he visited Corinth in 33-6 BC.
So I just want to make sure it's not confirmed that he's is it confirmed he's a crazy guy, or is he trying to teach people a lesson?
Pretty much both.
Okay.
So the little part about Diogenes walking around with a lamp during the day,
Yeah.
saying I'm looking for an honest man and I can't find one.
Well, he's not very honest himself.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, maybe he should have used a better lantern.
That's a pretty good philosophical take. Okay, let's move on to the
Maybe
next
he has a bad lantern, and that's why he can't see all the good people around him.
Let's see.
Imagine like being such a hypocrite that you think everyone else around you is bad when they're probably good.
Like you.
Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm looking for an honest man, by the way.
All right, let's continue.
Okay.
Nothing is known about Diogenes' early life except that his father
My
his-
father.
is that his father Hesiceus was a banker. It seems likely that Diogenes was also enrolled into the banking business, aiding his father. At some point, the exact date is unknown. Hesiceus and Diogenes became involved in a scandal involving the adulteration or debasement of the currency.
I just want to say, they had banking back in BC.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
And yeah. And Diogenes was exiled from the city and lost his citizenship and all his material possessions. This aspect of the story seems to be corroborated by archaeology. Large numbers of defaced coins smashed with a large chisel stamp have been discovered at Sinop, dating from the middle of the 4th century BC, and other coins of the time bear the name of Hesiceus. As the official who minted them, during this time there was much counterfeit money circulating in Sinop. The coins were deliberately defaced in order to render them worthless as legal tender.
I love 5-year-old. You're no more reading.
You want to read the whole thing?
No. Go
Okay,
go
then.
ahead. That's what makes it entertaining. Go on.
Exactly, because the last time you attempted a reading,
We're both autistic. I mean, we both have ADHD.
we're
So
both artistic.
we're artistic, and we're also ADHD crats.
Funny thing is, back in, I think it was 2nd grade,
Yeah.
the art teacher said, "Is anyone here artist?" Oh wait, no, she asked like something about
This is his story, not mine, by the way.
okay, I remember. She said, "Is anyone here artistic?" And I actually said, "Yeah, I'm autistic."
Were you? Are you? Did
no.
we? Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, just something stupid. I mispronounced whatever. Sinop was being disputed between pro-Persian and pro-Greek factions in the 4th century.
I remember when I was at the dance and they asked, "Are you ready to party?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm ready to be horny." Sorry, go ahead.
And there may have been political rather than financial motives behind the act. According to one story, Diogenes went to the Oracle of Delphi to ask for her advice and was told that he should deface the currency following the debacle in Sinop. Diogenes decided that the oracle meant that he should deface the political currency rather than actual coins. He traveled to Athens and made it his life's goal to challenge established customs and values. He argued that instead of being troubled about the true nature of evil, people merely rely on customary interpretations.
Wait, you're telling me so the whole point of this guy is he's trying to deface a coin? That's it?
Well, no.
That
I mean, That had something to do with his origin story, but
So he's like, I wanna like put a mask on the government. Let's act homeless and eat shit.
yeah, pretty much.
Jesus Christ.
Diogenes arrived in Athens with a slave named Manus, who escaped from his
You can't use the S word.
shortly. That. But wait, hold on. Diogenes arrived in Athens with a slave named Manus, who escaped from him shortly thereafter, with characteristic humor. Diogenes dismissed his ill fortune by saying, "If Manus can live without Diogenes, why not Diogenes without Manus?"
What?
Uh,
I mean,
Hold on, let me read the whole thing over again. Diogenes arrived in Athens with a slave named Manus, who
Okay.
escaped from him shortly thereafter.
right.
With characteristic humor, Diogenes dismissed his ill fortune by saying, "If Manus can live without Diogenes, why not Diogenes without Manus?"
Okay. Is that saying he misses his S word? I'm just gonna say slave.
No, he's saying that the other slave, like, escaped without him
Right.
and just left him there,
Okay.
and Diogenes was just being a smartass. Like, fine, I can live without you too.
What is this? A fucking committed relationship? Sorry, Gary, I was wrong. Gary, come home.
Diogenes would mock such a relation of extreme dependency. He found the figure of master who could do nothing for himself contemptibly helpless. He was attracted by the ascetic teachings of Antithenes, a student of Socrates. When Diogenes asked Antithenes
Why are there so many
to
fucking
mentor
names?
him, Antithenes ignored him and reportedly eventually beat him off with his staff.
Uh-huh.
Diogenes responded, "Strike, for you will find no wood hard enough to keep me away from you so long as I think you've something to say." Diogenes became Antithenes' pupil, despite the brutality with which he was initially received.
Okay.
Whether the two ever really met is still uncertain, but he surpassed his master in both reputation and the austerity of his life. He considered his avoidance of earthly pleasures a contrast to a commentary on contemporary Athenian behaviors. His attitude was grounded in a disdain for what he regarded as the folly, pretense, vanity, self-deception, and artificiality of human conduct.
It just sounds like you just grabbed a bunch of fucking words and slapped them together.
That's Wikipedia for you.
That is Wikipedia. We're professionals. Anyway.
The stories told of Diogenes illustrated the logical consistency of his character. He lured himself to the weather by living in a clay wine jar. The logical consistency of his character. He
That
lives in a clay wine jar.
is that how the brony jar thing started?
What is that?
You don't want to know. You know, when you have a pony, My Little Pony figure in a jar, and yeah, I'm just gonna use your imagination.
I don't want to.
Go on, it's okay. Anyway, yeah, you don't want to know.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so he inured himself to the weather by living in a clay wine jar belonging to the temple of Cybele. He destroyed the single wooden bowl he possessed on seeing a peasant boy drink from the hollow of his hands. He then exclaimed, "Fool that I am to have been carrying superfluous baggage all this time." It was contrary to Athenian customs to eat within the marketplace, and still he would eat there, for as he explained when rebuked, it was during the time he was in the marketplace that he felt hungry. He used to stroll about in full daylight with a lamp. When asked what he was doing, he would answer, "I am looking for a man." Modern sources often say that Diogenes was looking for an honest man. It's repeating the same story.
Right. What if it turns out he was just like, I'm looking for a man because everyone here looks like a bitch?
But in ancient sources, he is simply looking for a man. This has... He's gay. This has been interpreted to mean that, in his view, the unreasoning behavior of the people around him meant that they did not qualify as a man. Diogenes looked for a man, but reputedly found nothing but rascals and scoundrels. Diogenes taught by living example. He tried to demonstrate that wisdom and happiness belong to the man who is independent of society, and that civilization is regressive.
Wait a minute.
What?
This sounds like Project 2025.
How?
The world needs to be more independent, almost as if we're going back to our terrestrial or natural abilities of surviving on Earth. We don't. Basically, it sounds like we're going back to the prehistoric age. Every man relies on himself. There is no society.
Let's just continue.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying, it sounds like that.
Not really, but
if a man is relying on himself, that would mean he doesn't rely with the city. He's in the wild, I think.
That's not what Project 2025 is.
Well, it's going to probably go that route, but yeah, okay.
So much for not getting political.
It's not political. We're just talking about the future.
Regressive. Okay, so he scorned not only family and socio-political organization, but also property rights and reputation. He even rejected traditional ideas about human decency. In addition to eating in the marketplace, Diogenes is said to have urinated on some people who insulted him, defecated in the theater, masturbated in public, and pointed at people with his middle finger, which was considered insulting. Diogenes Laertius also relates that Diogenes would spit and fart in public. When asked about his eating in public, Diogenes said, "If taking breakfast is nothing out of place, then it is nothing out of place in the marketplace."
What?
On the indecency of his masturbating in public, he would say, "If only it were as easy to banish hunger by rubbing my belly."
This guy's got... Okay, he's losing it. What's the message?
Degeneracy?
I think it sounds like... I don't want to get... I'm trying not to get political. I'm going to shut up.
He's basically just a man that just does whatever he feels like it in the moment.
I like this man. I mean, sometimes you just gotta yank one out, you know? Just like... Material was very rare back then. You just get a chisel and do some art. You have the goddess statues and that's it. I would be angry too. I'm just saying.
Man, imagine if he was alive today.
He would enjoy it. What if he was like, yeah, I'm I'm a degenerate, but kind of sit in your house and masturbate on your floor with the AC on.
He's an immigrant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Diogenes had nothing but disdain for Plato and his abstract philosophy. Diogenes viewed Antisthenes as the true heir to Socrates and shared his love of virtue and deference to wealth together. With a disdain for general opinion, Diogenes shared Socrates' belief that he could function as doctor of men's souls and improve them morally, while at the same time holding contempt for their obtuseness. Plato once described Diogenes as a Socrates gone mad. According to Diogenes Laertius, when Plato gave the tongue in Greek definition of man as featherless bipeds, Diogenes plucked a chicken and brought it into Plato's academy, saying, "Here is Plato's man." And so the academy added with broad flat nails to the definition. Okay, so basically,
Yeah, please explain, because you don't want to hear my because what I'm understanding is, hey, you want to be healthy? Act like an animal.
hold on, let me reread this by myself a little bit.
So,
Contempt.
God, it just sounds like,
Plato wants.
I don't know. Is it, you know what the sad part is? Is this guy might be the inspiration for every other homeless drug guy around us.
So basically, Plato.
It's Plato. The company, yes.
Gave the definition of what a man is as a featherless biped. And so Diogenes was mocking that idea by taking a chicken and just plucking its feathers and said, "Here, I have brought you a man."
So this guy was the beginning. He started. This guy's a hero.
Yeah.
He predicted 20. He predicted the 2000s.
Yeah.
Here's a man.
The 20,000s.
Yeah, you know, the 2000. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. According to a story which seems to have originated with Manipus
I'm pretty sure it's manifest.
P.
Fine, whatever. I'm not. I can't read.
Manipus. Not menopause.
What?
Gadara.
These fucking names.
Diogenes was captured by pirates while on voyage to Aegina and sold as a slave to Crete. I don't fucking know.
Credi Cougar.
To a Corinthian named Xeniades. Being just fucking xenomorph. Being asked his trade, he replied that he knew no trade but that of governing men, and that he wished to be sold to a man who needed a master.
What?
I think Diogenes was basically saying he wanted, like, I don't fucking know.
Didn't you say we had two historical figures we had to deal with?
Yes.
This has been going on for 40 minutes.
Liked his spirit and heart.
Should we should it just be one person at this point?
Okay, so he wished to be sold to a man who needed a master.
Wait. Diogenes wanted...
He was making a joke.
Oh.
Like he wished to be sold into slavery so that he could be the master.
What?
Because Diogenes' philosophy was that the slave actually owns the master, because the slave owner needs the slave.
That reminds me of that one clip with Abraham, that Family Guy clip, where it was just like, oh, hey, Joe, I see your lawn's getting a bit tall. He's like, yeah, I had a guy for that, asshole. I had a guy for that, dick. I mean, a slave is like, it kind of is money that you wasted on somebody. I would be mad too if I lost my servant.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
Exenius liked his spirit and hired Diogenes to tutor his children as a tutor to Exenius' two sons. It is said that he lived in Corinth for the rest of his life, which he devoted to preaching the doctrine of virtuous self-control. There are many stories about what actually happened to him after his time with Exenius' two sons.
Mm-hmm.
There are stories stating he was set free after he became a cherished member of the household, while one says he was set free almost immediately, and still another states that he grew old and died at Xenidas' house in Corinth. He is even said to have lectured to large audiences at the
What if it?
Isthmian Games.
The Olympian Games? Jaron almost gave me the phone. Let me check. Oh, the Gymnasium Games.
Oh shit, I didn't see it.
Whoops. Gymnasium.
No, wait, it doesn't say that. There's an S there.
What? Gymnasium? You get what? It doesn't matter. You get the point.
JSTH.
JSTH. Sure, I'm reading that right. I don't. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, ladies and folks. We're
Ladies and folks.
ladies and folks.
Sorry, slaves and masters.
Ladies and folks. It's the word that's GYM. Is it Jim like GYM?
The blue word.
Oh, the blue word. Why didn't you say so? Sorry, ladies and folks. Oh. Yeah, how the fuck do you pronounce that?
Yeah, exactly.
Indonesian?
Indians.
Indian games.
The something games. Although most of the stories about his living in a jar are located in Athens, Lucian recounts a tale where he lived in a jar near the gymnasium in Corinth.
Yeah.
It was in Corinth that a meeting between Alexander the Great and Diogenes is supposed to have taken place. These stories may be apocrypha. The accounts of Plutarch and Diogenes Laertius recount that they exchanged only a few words while Diogenes was relaxing in the morning sunlight. Alexander, thrilled to meet the famous philosopher, asked if there was any favor he might do for him. Diogenes replied, "Yes, stand out of my sunlight."
Blow me.
Alexander then declared, "If I was not Alexander, then I should wish to be Diogenes." In another account of the conversation, Alexander found the philosopher looking attentively at a pile of human bones. Diogenes explained, "I am searching for the bones of your father, but cannot distinguish them from those of a slave."
But wasn't he dead already? Didn't you literally just say he was dead first?
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Wait.
Who was dead?
Diogenes. You literally said he died of old age. Did he already die at this
Oh
point?
no, this. It's not in chronological order.
Okay.
Earlier, it was explaining, whatever. Now it's like backtracking.
Just fucking.
to earlier points.
Just like he dies of old age, comes back to life, goes up and says, "Stay out of my sunlight."
Oh, and also about the thing where
Yes.
Alexander says, "If I were not Alexander, then I should wish to be Diogenes." Diogenes said something like,
No.
"If I were not Diogenes, I would wish to be Diogenes too."
Dick. That's like Peach Man logic. Well, if I can't be me, then I'll be me, you know?
Yeah.
I hate that I can relate with this guy, you know?
Now think of who he's talking to. He's talking to Alexander the Great.
Was he still alive?
Diogenes?
No, Alexander. I thought he was already dead.
No.
So they were both in the same period.
Apparently.
Huh. Funny how a homeless guy meets a great man. You know what made Alexander so great?
I don't know. He was called
Diogenes.
Alexander the Great.
Diogenes made him great. Anyway, so is that pretty much the whole thing about Diogenes?
Well, hold on.
Might as well make this one story, so go ahead.
Let me just reread this last part. Hold on. In another account of the conversation, Alexander found the philosopher looking attentively at a pile of human bones. Diogenes explained, "I am searching for the bones of your father, but I cannot distinguish them from those of a slave."
Huh.
Basically roasting Alexander's dad.
Is he saying everyone's a slave?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
He's basically saying he wasn't able to notice anything special about Alexander the Great's father's bones. Like, they weren't unique enough to be found.
Right.
They were just like everyone else's.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Unless you got, like, some gold bones or something. If I die, I have to do some special implants and put, like, gold into my bone marrow. Put a bunch of peach seeds into my bones, so when they find me, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely Peach Man."
Okay, so death. There are conflicting accounts of Diogenes' death. His contemporaries alleged that he held his breath until he died, although other accounts of his death say he became ill from eating raw octopus. So he did eat pussy before he died.
Oh yeah. Well, was he a virgin?
I don't think we want to know.
Yeah. I don't think you can die from eating raw octopus because your body builds up immune system to food poisoning. I think. I'm not a scientist. I mean, I am a scientist, but not in this type of work.
So, say he became ill from eating raw octopus or from an infected dog bite. When asked how he wished to be buried, he left instructions to be thrown outside the city wall so that wild animals could feast on his body.
He sounds like a very certain person I know.
When asked if he minded this, he said, "Not at all, as long as you provide me with a stick to chase the creatures away." When asked how he would use the stick since he would lack awareness after dying, he replied, "If I lack awareness, then why should I care what happens to me when I'm dead?"
Then why have the stick?
That's his point.
Okay, but he wanted the stick.
Yeah, but
Is he trying to say like
he was being sarcastic? Like, I don't know.
Is he basically trying to say nobody should have any special treatment?
Yeah.
Okay, well fuck that guy. I'm special.
It's kind of like if you said, after I'm dead, I want like 1,000,000 cupcakes, and then the person says, but you're dead, so you're not gonna be able to eat them cupcakes. And then you just reply, well, yeah, of course I'm dead.
Well, yeah,
So why would it matter?
Well,
that's kind of what Diogenes is doing.
So I disagree because I prefer some morality when it comes to this shit. We're not animals. I mean, we are animals, but not like that. Like I said, if I gotta die, it's gotta be either cremation or being frozen, or shot of a shotgun. Because I'm not gonna let some pussy animals eat my scrumptious body, you know.
Diogenes made fun of people's excessive concern with the proper treatment of the dead. The Corinthians erected to his memory a pillar on which rested a dog of Parian marble. It was alleged by Plutarch and Diogenes Laertius that both Diogenes and Alexander died on the same day. However, the actual death date of neither men can be verified.
I just find the idea funny that they give him like this dog statue made of marble. He just comes back. He's like, "Hey, what the fuck? I just said it doesn't matter." Like, you know, like that's like going against his wishes, despite the fact he didn't have wishes. He sounds like an emo girl about the kid. Fuck, what do you want me to do to you? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, I think this is the last part we're going to be reading.
Okay.
For this person.
So it's already been a whole hour.
Along with Antisthenes and Crates of Thebes, Diogenes is considered one of the founders of Cynicism. The ideas of Diogenes, like those of most other cynics, must be arrived at indirectly. 51 writings of Diogenes survive as part of the spurious Cynic epistles, though he is reported to have authored over 10 books and 7 tragedies that do not survive.
Mm-hmm.
Cynic ideas are inseparable from... Basically, this whole part is just talking about his philosophy.
Right.
Cynic ideas are inseparable from Cynic practices. Therefore, what is known about Diogenes is contained in anecdotes concerning his life and sayings attributed to him in a number of scattered classical sources. Many anecdotes of Diogenes refer to his dog-like behavior and his praise of a dog's virtues. It is not known whether Diogenes was insulted with the epithet doggish and made a virtue of it, or whether he first took up the dog theme himself. When asked why he was called a dog, he replied, I fawn on those who give me anything. I yelp at those who refuse, and I set my teeth in rascals. Ew. One explanation offered in ancient times is why the Cynics were called dogs was because that Antisthenes taught in the synagogues, synerges, gymnasium of Athens. The word synerges means the place of the white dog. That's racist.
That's racist.
Later Cynics also taught to turn the word to their advantage, as a later commentator explained. There are 4 reasons why the Cynics are so named. First, because I'm not fucking reading all that.
Okay. So, to put it simply, if anyone wants to know the whole point of Diogenes, his philosophy can be described in 3 words. I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I don't care, but I'm saying he's just like, just go eat a rat's ass or something. It's your life. Do what you want.
Also, this wasn't in the Wikipedia article, but I heard something about Diogenes, how Diogenes became so famous that he was actually invited to like a party.
Yeah. He just shits on the rug.
And I think he insulted like an emperor or something.
How the fuck is he still alive?
Well, he's not anymore.
The reason why I like this guy is because I can respect him with things. My pronouns are Z's, or I'm like, I don't care. But yeah, I guess that's it.
I guess I could continue reading a little bit here. Diogenes believed human beings live hypocritically and would do well to study the dog besides performing natural body functions in public with ease. A dog will eat anything, makes no fuss about where to sleep. Dogs live in the present and have no use for pretentious philosophy. They know instinctively who is friend and who is foe. Diogenes states that other dogs bite their enemies. I bite my friends to save them. Diogenes maintained that all the artificial growth of society were incompatible with happiness, and that morality implies a return to the simplicity of nature.
I'm pretty happy right now.
Despite the fact of the intro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That still sucks, but yeah.
So great was his austerity and simplicity that the Stoics would later claim him to be a wise man, or Sophos.
But he didn't want to be known as a wise man.
In his words, humans have complicated every simple gift of the gods. Although Socrates had previously identified himself as belonging to the world rather than a city, Diogenes is credited with the first known use of the word cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan. But when he was asked from where he came, he replied, I am a citizen of the world, cosmopolitan. This was a radical claim in a world where a man's identity was intimately tied to his citizenship of a particular city-state. As an exile and an outcast, a man with no social identity, Diogenes made a mark on his contemporaries.
Just sounds like he doesn't like segregation. I mean, like, it really does sound like if he wants to go somewhere, he can go somewhere.
Yeah. There's a little bit more, but we should probably move on to the next guy.
Dude, it's been an hour.
If we're able to.
Alright, how long's the next guy?
How long is the next guy? I don't know, ask Diogenes.
He doesn't care. I want to point out, podcasts are usually not supposed to be 2 hours long.
Okay, I guess we could end it here.
Well, first of all, tell me who's this next guy.
So this next guy is basically a samurai.
All right, shut the fuck up. I'm joking. So what's his name?
Miyamoto Musashi.
Okay. So next episode, it better be next episode. Hopefully,
yeah.
We will talk about Miyamoto Musashi.
Massages.
Yeah. Can I ask? Is that like the Black Samurai or something?
No.
Okay. Because that was the thing.
He's white. No, I'm just kidding. He's Japanese.
He's white. he's some type of Asian. Okay. So yeah, that is it for I almost said Hippocrates. Diogenes. And yeah, there's some historical facts with Geronimo and Peachman.
Yep. And as so,
The president has been fucking shot. Can we not just? I'm just saying.
okay, we're done here.
But
We gotta do other stuff.
right, that is true. God bless America and everything else.
And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night,
I was
everybody.
gonna say good out.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone. God bless you. I'm an
Peace.
atheist, by the way.